I've been sort of looking forward to this with a little bit of apprehension. The tomato soup. Now, I'm a big fan of tomato soup. I find that there's two different types of tomato soup. One is the tomato and basil soup that you can get that's from the supermarkets, which comes in sort of like a pre-made tub. That is really tasty. Big fan of those. And also the sort of tinned cream of tomato soup, which has got quite a little bit of a different flavour to it, really. Tomato's quite a versatile thing. I don't really know what to expect with this because I've seen images of some of this being made and poured. My wife's not had this, so I've not had a chance to taste this before, and it did look a little bit strange. Now, looking through the ingredients, actually easy to see on this one because it is a darker colour on the white background. But in there you've got one of the first things it actually mentions on there after soy protein is tomato powder, 25%, and then there's fibre. There's things like onion and garlic in there, and colouring to make it look tomato, which is actually beetroot, which is interesting. Oregano, citric acid, sweetener, sucralose. So it's got a little bit of sugar substitute in that, which I sort of get. Tomato soup is generally, tomatoes are quite sweet. So let's see what this is then. So it's again the 300 mils, and I've got that already poured out. I'll put this in. Stick some herbs in there. Italian herbs, have got basil in there, which is quite nice. I'll put a few in there, a few extras in this time. And let's see what colour this is. I've gone for the pot bowl this time because I've found sometimes with some tomato soups in the past that they can actually stay in plastic bowls. So let's see what kind of colour this comes out at. Right. Now, if you were to say what colour a tomato is, it tends to be red. Tomato soup in a tin tends to come out a little bit more orangey. I'd say that looks a bit pinkish. And it is quite runny. So do you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a little bit of extra fibre in, but I'm not going to go for a spoon. I'm going to go for it's equivalent to a level teaspoon, and I should have really put that in before I mixed it all up actually. Shake it up. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to pour this into my shaker. Give it another proper shake. Right, let's try again. So that's got a bit of fibre in there, which hopefully is going to thicken that up a little bit. Let's see what this comes out like after 2 minutes in the microwave. Just on the subject of the husk, the natural soluble fibre powder, yes, it is soluble. I've not had it in a drink. I would imagine it's not that nice. Doesn't smell of anything really, other than dust. I think that when this has been added to such as a risotto or couscous or anything else that's got like only a small amount of water added, it's ended up coming out very gloopy, like very, very gloopy, almost like you can tip it all out like a blancmange. this soup is 300 mils of water, so, and I've only put the equivalent of a level teaspoon in, so we'll just see whether it actually does thicken it up a little bit, which if it does, I think that'll be a good thing. I'm just interested to know what the taste is going to be like of this this tomato soup. I mean, it looks the right colour on there, so let's see. I may have to just leave it a little bit of time just to thicken up as well after it's finished. There we go. That's very hot. Well, it's got a bit of thickness to it. I think that's certainly made a little bit of a difference. Still very, very liquidy. It's a little taste, but then I will give you a proper review after I've had it. I'll just leave that a little bit to thicken, and then I'll be back with the verdict. Yeah, this tomato soup, I've put some coriander leaves in there because I'd got some. And that's just very nice. I think the soup on its own is sort of okay. It's certainly got a tomato flavour coming from the 25% tomato powder. You can probably taste the extra bits as well, the oregano, the garlic. I think that's a bit like the vegetable soup. Of the two others that I've tried so far, you got the vegetable soup and you got the Thai chicken soup, which is really nice, and that's got quite a lot of flavour to it and salty enough. This again, not that salty, a little bit bland, like a budget brand. You know, if you get a budget brand tin of beans, and in some cases it's almost like they've taken all the flavour out, and I think, you know, this maybe just not quite enough, but it's just a base there really there, and it's for you to chuck stuff in within reason and within that your coach says is okay. But I've stuck coriander leaves in. I'm sure that they're okay. I stuck some herbs in there. I could have also stuck some more garlic, I think, to add to that. There's nothing going to make it any more tomatoey other than if I was just making that as a soup, I would probably stick a bit of tomato puree in the mix. Would that make a massive difference if I stuck a teaspoon of that in there? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll ask my coach when I speak to him. So yeah, it's okay. I think I'd quite look forward to having that again, because I'm going to experiment with chucking different things in it, and I think that should improve it. As it stands at the minute, yeah, I'm going to finish that off. It didn't, by the way, really thicken up, maybe a little bit, so I could have perhaps put some more husk in there, but again, you know, something that's not got much of a taste, so add to it might not really help. I'll throw a few more coriander leaves in and polish that off. It's not bad. It's okay actually. It's I prefer that to the vegetable soup. I think they're both quite similar in the fact that they're just basic. Not as nice as the Thai, as far as the soups go. But yeah, it's not bad.